Why not? And brokers pushing annuities may not just be getting money. Last year, Elizabeth Warren released a report on sales perks in the annuity industry ranging from free cruises to luxury watches to, and this is true, this tacky Super Bowl-style ring, which is absolutely ghastly, but I guess at least it makes it easy to spot brokers that you shouldn't work with. Hey, nice ring, Irwin, but I'm going to guess that you didn't get that playing running back for the Green Bay Packers. Now, generally, it is currently legal for financial advisors to put their own interests ahead of yours, unless, and this is interesting, they are what's called a fiduciary. Because not all financial advisors are bound to act in your best interest, but fiduciaries are, which is a bit weird. It's like finding out that only some restaurant waiters are forbidden from ejaculating in your soup. Hey, why is it up to me to ask you which kind you are? I'm sending this chowder back. I'm not risking it. You take it back. But financial advisors are just one part of this. If you are lucky, your job offers a 401k retirement plan. And if it does, you should probably take advantage of it. But you should also know they can be a goldmine for financial service companies. And while it's not unreasonable for them to get paid for providing a service, there can be a lot of different fees.
There are legal fees, trustee fees, transactional fees, stewardship fees, bookkeeping fees, finder's fees, and the list goes on and on.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they also had an elf spotting fee, but remember, thanks to your new certification, you no longer have to pay it. Go spot some elves. And look, seemingly tiny fees can really mount up, thanks to something called compound interest. Now, whenever retirement companies like Prudential mention that, it's always as a positive, that if you start with a really small investment, by the time you're ready to retire, it will have substantially grown.
But if you start putting that toward your retirement every week, and let it grow over time, for 20 to 30 years, that retirement challenge might not seem so big after all.
Holy shit! Is it just me, or did that last domino fall really hard? That might be the most upsetting commercial involving dominoes that doesn't involve the phrase Cali Chicken Bacon Ranch. But compound interest works both ways, meaning while your money adds up, your fees can really add up too.
Assume you're invested in a fund that is earning a gross annual return of 7%. They charge you a 2% annual fee. Over 50 years, the difference between your net of 5%, the red line, and what you would have made without fees, the green line, is staggering. You've lost almost 2/3 of what you would have had.
2/3 of what you would have had is gone. So think of fees like termites. They're tiny, they're barely noticeable, and they can eat away your f***ing future. And one place where your 401k can be full of termites is the funds themselves. Generally speaking, you can choose between low-fee index funds, which basically just try to match the average returns of the stock market, or for a higher fee, you can get an actively managed fund with experts who will pick and choose stocks for you, trying to beat the market. And companies that sell active funds really believe in themselves.
At MFS Investment Management, we believe active management can protect capital long-term. Active management can take calculated risks. Active management can seek to outperform. Because active investment management isn't reactive, it's active.
Okay. That's not so much a coherent commercial as it is a drinking game where you do a shot every time he says the word active. But the problem with active management is that even many Wall Street experts find it difficult to consistently beat the market. And there is sometimes embarrassing evidence of this, like when a group of professionals were pitted in a stock-picking challenge against a cat named Orlando.
Last year, Orlando's picks returned nearly 11%, while the pros had gained just 3.5%.
Oh, my God! Let's all agree that The Wolf of Wall Street would have been way better starring that cat. Of course, you know, instead of drugs, there's a plot hole, because instead of drugs, his downfall would come when someone busts out a laser pointer in a meeting. But that cat wasn't a complete anomaly. There is growing evidence that, over the long term, most managed funds do no better and often do worse than the market. It's basically the plot of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If you stick around doing nothing while everyone around you f***s up, you're going to win big. And the thing is, this is not a secret. Even some of the people charging those fees know that this is...